Hello and welcome to another episode of Wannabe Entrepreneur. Today, I want to speak about the struggle of releasing a daily episode. As you know, I've been doing that for almost 100 straight episodes, which is crazy if I think about it. It's also a great way for me to measure for how long I've been in this journey, in this entrepreneur journey, because I'm sharing every day about it, and I can easily see, okay, it was 93 or 94 days ago that I actually started. So, I mean, that's nice, but I always feel that it's a little bit too much to release daily, and I've been doing it for two main reasons. First of all, I like it. I really enjoy having a little time of my day when I can be creative and share about my feelings and share about my struggles and victories and so on. So that part I really enjoy it. And second, because I thought that having a routine, getting into your routine, it would be also a great technique to make this podcast grow, because it's if and I've noticed this with the other daily shows that I've seen, that like once they are part of my routine, it's very hard to kick them out. And so that's kind of the main reasons. But then he also got me thinking that maybe the fact that I'm doing this daily, it's actually diminishing the value and the quality of the content I'm creating. And yeah, that scares me, because sometimes I actually think about it, like, what am I going to talk about today? Like, I mean, nothing actually changed that much from yesterday. And I would love just to come up with something to say that is interesting. And sometimes I think, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it so often. And it's definitely something that I struggle, something that I think about. And I already thought, once I was reaching the 50th episode, that I would stop sharing daily. But then I reached that mark and said, no, I'll continue. And then I thought I would do that on the 80th. And now I'm thinking seriously on doing that on the 100th, if I should reduce how frequent I share this, how frequent I post my podcast. But yeah, I'm still not sure, and I would love to get your input in this. I'll tell you how you can give me your feedback in the end of this episode. But another thing that it also takes a lot of time from building your podcast is actually marketing, because so that I can spread the word and get more listeners, I have to tweet a bunch. I have to go through my episodes and cut some segments that might be interesting and compile them in a nice video and then share them around on YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter. So that takes so much time and so much focus, because you really have to understand what you're doing, understand how social media works, how the algorithm work. You have to investigate how you can actually achieve this. And I hate it, and I suck at it. I really don't like marketing. I just want to be creative and create products. I just don't want to market them. And one thing that you will learn from tomorrow's episode, by the way, I'm just already spoiling, because it's a great interview with an entrepreneur. His name is Florian Rose. And one thing that he says is that it's very counterintuitive, but you should automate the things that you're not good at and you don't like from the start of your business. So I should already try to find someone or some way to automate the process of spreading the word and the growth of my podcast, because I just suck at it and I don't like to do it. So, by the way, if you are a marketing expert, or if you just like it, to be honest, and you'd like to work on it, just send me a message, because I'm really looking for someone that can help me spread the word and do the marketing for this podcast, because I truly believe that this can reach it has the potential to be much bigger than it is at the moment. And at the moment, I'm having, let's say, in the first 24 hours, I have about 20 listens per episode, which is great. I really feel that I'm already part of some of your some of the listeners' routine, and that's really great. And I really appreciate this moment that we have together. But I also feel that I could be more, like 20. It's great for a daily show, but I really believe that it could be like 100 or something. And I don't know how I can reach there. And I've tried a couple of things already. I've tried to, especially interviews. I'm always super excited when I interview someone big, someone that has a big audience, and I tell them and ask them to share with their audience. And maybe I'm not doing that enough, but for instance, when I now interviewed Steph Taylor, and she has a huge audience as well, and I asked her if she could share my story, or if she could share our interview with her crowds, with her network, I guess their followers. She did, and nothing happened. Actually, I didn't get any new listeners. I mean, her interview is now reaching 37, 38 listens, which is such a great interview. So it should actually have much, much more. And she has so many followers. It's weird how come we didn't reach more people. And yeah, so this has been the same for every interview I've done. And it has been the same for most of the episodes I've released. So I don't know, that definitely discouraged me. So the fact that I'm putting so much of my effort and telling everyone that I have a podcast and not seeing it grow, because it kind of stagnated, and not knowing what I can do to make it grow, it's very frustrating. And yeah, so I'll definitely be trying to find someone to help me with this, help me spreading the word and growing the podcast and the marketing and taking over of all of that, because I don't want to do it. So if you are that person, just shoot me a message. And yeah, just get excited for tomorrow's interview, because I'm super excited to release it. I think it was very interesting. I've learned a bunch with Florian. So yeah, tomorrow there'll be another release of another interview. And yeah, today I'll be working on Change It. I am almost done with the web store. There will be again an episode about it soon as well. And if you want to give me feedback about this daily episode, so the question is, should I continue releasing daily episodes, or should I reduce the frequency, maybe for 3 times a week or something like this? And I will actually do a poll on Twitter, and I will link it in the description of this podcast, so you can just go there and vote. And I would really, really appreciate your input here, because it's something that I cannot do it myself. I don't know what I should do. I don't know if I should release daily, if I should reduce the frequency. So I really, really appreciate your help there. So the link will be in the description. You can just go there, click, and vote. And yeah, that's all for today's episode. See you tomorrow.